What's up, my loves? Welcome back to the episode of Love Is, where we explore the extraordinary and profound world of love. I'm your host, Ayana the Artist.
Yes.
And I'm your host, Erin.
And welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's talk about what love is.
Dang, I feel like this is like the radio station. This is like the evening midnight love portion of it. Hey, how y'all doing? This is Bigg Jah along with Erin.
Keep that
And
voice.
I'm the artist. Yeah, this how you used to talk when you talk to a girl. You were like, "How you doing, sir? This is Jade. Can I please speak to Tiffany, please, sir? Thank you so much." And then she get on the phone. Hello, what's going on? How you doing?
Oh my
Yeah, switch it
God.
up
You
on
guys,
there,
as
so.
you can see,
Who
we
is
have
this? Oh, I
my
don't know who this is.
baby, Bigg Jah.
What's
is
happening,
in
man?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
If you don't know him, he is an epic soul, first of
man.
all. Comedian. He has over 700K followers on all streaming platforms.
man.
He is doing his thing with his podcast. Cuddle season just came out.
Yes, indeed.
You guys, you have to check out my baby.
You murdered it in Cuddle Season 2. Robinisha. That's hilarious. You do not look like a Robinisha at all. But we gave that's the name we gave you.
Do you know I was stopped in Africa? No, I'm sorry, Dubai. People were watching the show in Dubai. I'm like, why are y'all
Wow.
getting this out in Dubai?
In
This is
Dubai.
great.
That's crazy. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you.
You gotta go out there. They
I
do
plan on
love
it.
you.
I would love to. I'm going to do that for sure.
Oh my God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But so what's going on? Talk to us. What's happening with you?
Dang. Ooh, love is. You know what it made me think of, right? I'm sure y'all know this already. Like it made me think of the was it the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill?
Oh.
Yeah. Remember that?
Y'all don't know what love is. 'cause-
Remember, like, I remember the girl saying, "Love is."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. Nah, I love this. I love it. This is dope. So I'm
thanks.
chilling. You know me. I'm writing, shooting still.
Yes.
I'll be shooting later on this evening.
Okay. Get it in.
And then yeah, trying to get it going. I got a couple shows this weekend.
Yes.
In Austin and San Antonio, a couple shows.
I love it.
Me, brother Craig Fax and Ken Edwin. No, you know Ken.
You guys are so funny as individuals, but
Appreciate it.
together it's a riot. Like
We like to have
y'all,
fun. Yeah.
his squad, the whole crew is stupid. Like all of the guys that you've brought on, that you work with, that you
Thank you.
consistently keep in your realm and in your orbit. You guys are really, really
I
talented.
appreciate it. It's that you got to keep that synergy. You got to
Yes.
keep all the good people around you, the good souls, good energy, and keep it around you. And then those funny guys will mix with me. We all come together and try to make us as the best content we can make. You know.
Well, that's crazy because today's episode is about teamwork, and I feel like that is something that you thrive at. But before we get into that, we're gonna do a fun little game. Okay.
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 So we need you to decide between films that this, like, if you have to get rid of one, like, which one are you getting rid of?
Whoa.
To never exist.
Oh, see, that's scary. Film is my thing, so I get a little nervous when the idea of getting rid of something. Okay, let's go. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Aaron.
Okay. You might not know this one, but
I'm crying.
Don't Be a Menace or How to Be a Player.
I might not know this one.
No, I was saying Ayana because I didn't tell her this one, but I wanted to ask you this.
Okay. I was to say, man, those are staples in my
for
catalog.
sure.
So which one of the staples would you have to let go?
You said don't be a menace or how to be a player.
Yeah.
Come on, ladies. I thought y'all said love is. This is the Love Is podcast. Y'all supposed to be loving
No,
me.
but we
Y'all
gotta
put
do
me in a
this.
bad spot.
Yeah.
Oh wait. You said don't be a menace. I seen that. I could tell you where I was at. I went to the movies. I was in the 10th grade.
Oh
and
my
dad
God.
and you couldn't. I was too young to watch the movie, right? Me and my homeboy Will Moreland. Shout out to my boy Will. My dad took us to the movie. He just bought the tickets. He wasn't gonna watch that. He went to buy the tickets. He know we were too young to get the tickets, so he went and bought the tickets. And we went in, and he came back and got us after the movie. And that's my groove. I love that film. Now, How to Be a Player. That's every boy's dream. Honestly, at the age if you could have 1,000 women, he didn't have 1,000, but he had like, you know,
had
of
a
course it's
roster.
not it's you know, as a woman, you don't want to be one of the girls.
Right.
But as the dude, you want, I mean, I had her over here, her in this corner of the party, this, that, and the other. And he was just doing too much. But it was a great film. It was hilarious. It's relatable to some people. A lot of guys can relate to that. A lot of women can relate to that too.
Yeah.
And some of the women, we just reverse the roles. Some of the women
Absolutely.
are literally Bill Bellamy's character.
Right.
Yeah.
And got like 4 or 5 dudes at the same function.
Right.
You know, and make their rounds throughout the day. Let me go say what's up to Tyrone. Let me go to the gym and work out with Chris. And then let me go hang out at the little winery with Jason. Yeah, you know how some of you are. I don't know. I'm just saying some of them. Yeah. I done messed around and been one of a few before. I was like, hold on, wait, you... Okay. Damn, I thought you was into me like that. Like,
You were on the
solo.
appointment list?
Man.
Oh.
Hey, here's the thing. She was an older chick too. I was younger, and I was like, oh, I'm the fun boy. I'm the boy just to have a good time with.
That makes sense.
I didn't have no money at the
You're
time.
Sagittarius. Y'all are wild.
Oh man, no, we wholesome. Very good men. Yeah, Sagittarius is
crying.
right there. No, okay. To answer your question, you see, I'm stalling.
Yeah.
Aaron, like, okay, bruh. That's a tough one, man.
Which one you get rid of?
Jeepers, creepers. I gotta get rid of one that they don't exist.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh.
Pressure's on 3.
Okay.
2.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I gotta keep. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna throw away. I'm gonna tell you what I keep.
Okay.
I gotta keep. Don't be a menace.
Oh,
That's crazy.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
here's the
me
thing.
either.
Didn't expect that.
It's and what it is just, and obviously Bill Bellamy is a pioneer. Whether y'all know this or not, he actually came up with the term booty call. That's actually a term that he made
I
up
did not
on
know
stage.
that.
Booty
I didn't
call.
know that.
That's part of our culture, right? Oh, I'm about to call it a little booty call. But that's literally Bill Bellamy's.
That's crazy.
He's on stage. Excuse me, pardon me. That's one of his jokes. You know what I'm saying? Where's the booty? You call it.
Wow.
You go through your little
So how
Rolodex.
you gonna drop him?
I know, but here's the thing. and the movie was so player.
Yes.
Mario
It was
Morrow, Gilbert Godfrey, I forget, Pierre.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie
in
Mac,
there?
come
Like,
on. He said, something sticking to him, my heart. Yeah.
Like, come on.
But this is Buddha digging. Yeah. It's that's what I'm saying. It's tough, but here's the thing. Then you got like, I'm from LA. All right. So even though it seems like How to Be a Player was the setting was LA as well, but Don't Be a Menace was for sure LA, South Central. And it was a parody of a lot of the hood films, the Boys in the Hoods, the Higher Learnings, the Mental Societies. So that's all what Don't Be a Menace was, like a parody on all those dramatic films, and that's just my upbringing, that's my culture. So, and it's the Wayans brothers, it's Keenan Ivory Wayans. So if I had to choose between Bill Bellamy and Keenan Ivory Wayans, who is the forefather of black comedy in the last 40 years, you gotta go. Like you gotta go with Keenan.
Okay.
But damn, yeah, you got to, because Menace to Society.
don't know- wait,
Don't Be a
first of all,
Menace was
He's a film buff, like
that's what I do.
cinematographer, director. Like he went to school for this stuff, so it's like he is obsessed with the art of film, and I appreciate it. Which is why we came up with this game, because I knew you were gonna be
Yeah.
like, but
Ayana, you tripping, man. I got to get rid of it. Hey, this is not an easy call. It's not an easy call. I don't want to get rid of How to Be a Player, because speaking of such, I plan on having him on my podcast if possible one day. So now I feel like, y'all kind of aired me out. But then again, y'all put me on blast. Aaron did, I'm going to say. We're going to blame it on you. Because, man. So, he might feel some type of way about this. So let's try to keep this. Let's not air this
we not
until
gonna put this out.
after the fact. 'Cause I know he's going to watch it. I know he's going to watch this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm crying. Okay, wait. Here's the next film.
Okay, boom.
We're gonna say, are we getting rid of The Wood or
Come on, man.
The Brothers?
Oh, the brothers are 4 brothers. The brothers,
The Brothers.
like brothers.
Yeah, brothers.
Like D.L. Hooley.
Yes, brothers.
Morris Chestnut. That's the see. Okay, here's the thing. I love both those films. I really appreciated both those films, and I like Let me give brothers they flowers first.
Okay.
It's dope. I think it was a great combination of the Bill Bellamy. Damn, Bill, he hit this one too. Oh shoot, Bill, DL, Shamar, and Morris, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, Morris. That was great. I think it was a good combination of 4 different types of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One was already married, having issues with his wife, and she was out of pocket as hell. I love you though. I love you, Tamala. But man, you wild. And then it was dope. It was dope. Gabrielle Union with the whole Clifton Powell, Morris Chestnut. I love that dynamic. I love that storyline. It's a little weird, but it's realistic too. Mm-hmm. Like a woman in her late 20s or mid 20s, and some women like to date older men that are like older men that are still fly or still like real or very debonair and all that. Mm-hmm. They can pull women of that age. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you could date the guy your age who's the son of this dude. And it made her look kind of crazy, but that happens a lot more than people would understand. Like that happens a lot more than not. So it was a dope situation. It was crazy. What's her? Jennifer Lewis.
Yes.
Murder.
Jennifer Lewis is great.
I would love to work with her if I ever have the opportunity. She just takes everything and makes her character, whatever character she plays, she makes it better.
She's a legend.
She's a legend for sure.
Yeah.
Shamar Moore just banged. D.L. Hoolie was great. Bill Bellamy was he played the slime ball. You know what I'm saying? But I love why they gave him that character because of how he grew up. That was a great backstory for him.
I think that was like interesting because we don't really see that character played either with the guy who is open to dating other ethnicities. Mm-hmm. It wasn't really that he was dating other ethnicities. It was that he was purposely bashing Black women. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you can choose to date others, whatever, but like keep Black women out of it. What do we have to do with it?
Right. Well, exactly. So you would think, he's an Uncle Tom. He hates Black women. He's whack for this only liking the white girls and whatnot. But then there's no but. Like there's no excuse for that. But there's an explanation a lot of the time. Not all the time, but sometimes it's just you saw that his relationship with his mom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't used to getting love from Black women. Right. His mom is a quintessential Black woman, and she was hard. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't loving. She wasn't warm. She wasn't what you're supposed to be with your son, especially growing up without a father. So
you appreciate the art of storytelling.
Oh yeah. So I can go all day. I know this is a little game before the meat. So pause. I don't have to say that now because I'm with ladies. No. So answer your question. I gotta keep the wood.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. The wood is literally my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? I know almost every city. every location. I pretty much that's Inglewood. Mm-hmm. Inglewood, California. I'm from South Central, but Inglewood is literally right next door. So it's them the same. It's the same place. But of course, if you're from Inglewood, you say I'm from Inglewood.
Okay, so South we're Central, gonna do 2 more.
Okay, two more.
Boomerang or Friday?
The boomerang. Oh, you know what? Hey, this is sabotage, man. This is sabotage.
So I think he was about to answer.
I was about to answer before you even gave me the second movie. Aaron, what are you doing, man? We just met, so that's what it is. Like if you knew me, you would know that these are questions you can't ask me.
It's fun, it's the icebreaker.
Man, see, women look at it too. Over there with her legs crossed, she like to see this a nigga sweat. I just want to see this dude. Dang,
y'all both fire signs. She's an Aries. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yep.
Man, you are wild. Good Lord.
So what's the backing behind these two?
Ooh, the what? The backing?
The backing, yes.
First of all, they're probably the best movie of their genre. Like, in my opinion, Boomerang is the best rom-com, and it's a rom-com.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know the rom-com. I think that term kind of came maybe 20, 30 years ago. But Friday is 30 years old. But it's a romantic comedy.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? There's comedy. It's a lot of romance, a lot of comedy. So it's a rom-com for sure, and it's the best. I put it to the test against anybody. Any white, black movie, black movie, whatever, because the cast is crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The storyline is dope as hell. Everybody in the movie is fly. Anyhow, Boomerang is my favorite My favorite, one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite rom-com
Mine
for sure.
Mine too.
Yeah, growing up as a kid, Coming to America was my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then as I got older and started understanding what Boomerang was about, I was like, oh, this is super fly.
Yeah.
I can relate to this for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and so now you talking about Friday. Damn, Aaron, you crazy.
Now he's
Come
talking
on.
about Friday.
Now, Friday is literally my childhood. Well, it came out in 95, 96.
Oh, yeah. And it was shot in L.A., too.
Shot in L.A. Like, literally,
John
I know the
Singleton.
city. I know the house. We can go drive to the house
Oh,
right
my
now.
God.
Yeah.
It's like a staple?
Now it's like a landmark. Now it's like
That's
a
crazy.
tourist site now.
You got to tell me where that's at because I want to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll tell you, for sure. Absolutely. But it's right there, and, man, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could.
Pick one.
Oh, man.
You're not going to get rid of, you got to get rid of one.
That's,
Yeah.
yo.
Ready?
Women are-
Wait, no,
women
that's the
are-
countdown.
Women are
3,
crazy.
2,
Y'all torture.
1.
A boomerang.
Oh, you still
Ooh.
kept Boomerang.
Ooh. That's because, let me say this. I feel like I can make another Friday.
Oh,
And
love that.
me as a filmmaker, me as a director, I can make another Friday. I
Love
don't
that.
know if I would try. I don't. If
Yeah, Boomerang's hard to touch.
That's
Grace,
real.
Grace
And,
Jones.
I could
like,
make another Friday, and I would just
I
be
feel
Debo.
that.
I would be Debo. That's probably the role I would play in Friday. You know what I'm saying? I would love to play. I'm not gonna play Smokey or Craig.
Right.
I most likely would be Debo.
Yeah.
Now in Boomerang, I don't know if I would play Marcus Graham. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would be casted for that role. So I don't want to just put myself in that role just because I'm the director. But I don't even know if there's a role for me in that movie. Based off what, unless I just made one or I changed one of the characters to be a bigger nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like size for sure does play a role in the type of role you play.
Do y'all see this visionary?
Oh, yeah,
For
yeah.
real.
He is at
But
work.
man,
the
y'all-
director of y'all.
It's a little bittersweet moment right now because
Just
y'all
watched his process.
y'all can't even understand to say I can't get rid of Friday.
Okay,
but
well,
y'all
we're going to
making
do
me,
the
though.
last one.
Last
okay, 'cause
one.
we said 2. Okay.
Huh?
Boys in the Hood
Come on, man.
or Juice?
That's an easy call.
Okay.
Boys in the Hood.
You getting rid of Boys in
No,
the Hood?
I'm keeping it.
Okay.
Remember I told you I'm telling you what I'm keeping.
Okay.
I don't because it's hard. I don't like to put the
You don't
phrase
wanna
out there.
put a diss
Getting rid
track.
of Juice is literally it's a staple. It is New York. It's the culture. It's the black culture for sure. Dealing with hip hop, dealing with young boys growing up, coming of age in high school, and doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I love Juice. Great. Tupac he murdered that. Everybody did
Yeah.
great. Steel, Q, Raheem. Yeah, it was dope.
I love that.
I love it. Samuel Jackson was in that bad boy.
Okay.
It was dope. I love Juice. It's an amazing film. Now, but because this is my West Coast bias. Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood to me is it's so relatable. And it's literally my story.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
It's so similar to my
I
story.
didn't know that.
Yeah, Lawrence
Which
Fishburne's
character?
character. I'm Trey for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Growing up with my mom, and then my mom sent me to my father when I went right before high school.
Wow.
I was acting up, so yeah. The difference is I was a little worse than Trey was. He was a regular kid. He got into a little fight at school, so his mom sent him to his dad. If you get in trouble one more time, you can go live with your father. But he was around that same age I was, that age where you got to figure out what kind of young teenager you're gonna be.
Yeah.
And I was possibly heading down the wrong direction. So my mom was like, "Oh yeah, let me go send you to your dad." And
Need
he
some
cleaned all that shit
discipline.
up. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. My mom was a disciplinarian too, but she was just I was too big. I was in the same height since I was in the 9th grade.
That's crazy.
I wasn't as big as I am.
How
I was
tall are
tall.
you?
I'm 6'3".
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were gonna say like 6'5".
Oh, nah,
I'm so little. Everyone's like towering over me.
Yeah, I'm the smallest I'm the shortest. I'm the biggest in my family. My brothers are taller than me.
What?
Whoa.
Taller?
They slim though, but they're taller. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
God rest your mama. Like seriously, that woman is. Woo.
Man.
All them tall babies. Can you imagine?
No, mama, we got different moms.
Oh.
Same dad. All of us got the same
Oh, y'all
dad.
have
My mom
different
had me and
moms.
my sister.
Oh, okay. So the dad is your dad, the one that's tall.
Yeah, the one that's like Furious Styles and Boys in the Hood. That's my pops for sure.
Wow.
How tall is your
And it was
sister?
a barber. My sisters, I got 3.
Okay.
They're 5'11", 5'9", and 5'7".
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
And yeah. The two shortest ones are me and my sister. We're the shortest ones. She's 5'7", 5'7", almost 5'8", and I'm 6'3", and my brother's 6'5", 6'6".
I
and
know
my
y'all
sisters
were
are
all
5'9".
athletes, right?
Everybody except the 6'6" one. He could have been one, but he's a geek. He's a little,
Got it.
Of course.
yeah. He's a nerd. He's 6'6", and he's a computer dude.
That's hilarious.
Slash gangster nigga. You know what I'm saying? but it's weird that he's not really a gangster. He just grew up in that environment. He grew up he's just born in the 60s. Grew up in this. He was a grown. He graduated from high school in '85.
Oh my God.
So that's like in the middle of South Central, went to Crenshaw High School. So he was a geek, but he was wrapped up in that shit too.
Your big family makes so much sense. Okay, so like I said, today's episode is about like teamwork and just like how you always work with like amazing teams. Like when I'm on your set, you have your cinematographer and then you're directing and then you have the lighting person. Like you just like, you always make sure to create team building. Even when you go on tour, like you tour with your friends and you cast your friends. I've been in a bunch of your projects, which I'm so grateful to be a part of.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, like you really put people in position, and as you climb, like you want to make sure everyone else is climbing with you. So I wonder, why is team building so important to you? And when did you start that in your life? Like at what point?
Sports. I played football my whole life, so I played college ball and played a little arena ball after college. But I just know that you can't get to where you want to go without a team. And a lot of times people don't focus on team because they're so focused on just themselves.
Yeah.
But I promise you, I started off by myself in this. Like,
Yeah.
I had my partner, my boy Craig. Shout out to Craig Smith. That's my boy. When it comes to entertainment and comedy, and when I started doing this, me and him, I met him during that time. So he's like my day one when it comes to starting it off. But he was a hustler. He worked. So basically, when I started doing the Bigg Jah push, really doing a lot of comedy and content every day, every week, every month, he was gone. So he was playing. He was on the road driving trucks.
Okay.
So he would drive trucks for like 3-4 months out the year, stack up his bread, come home, and focus on comedy.
Got it.
And then when money was getting low, I got to go back on the road and drive trucks. And so at this particular time, I was just out there stuck with nobody. I had friends. I had friends, but it's friends and it's people who are going to be partners in this building your content.
Yes.
And so it was hard to get started by yourself because you got to have somebody hold the camera. You got to, you know how it is now. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a tripod and then someone making sure you in focus. And it's hard to get people to come and sit there and do that for you.
Yeah.
What's the stake? And you don't have no money to pay them. So I built the team. The team was built organically. I ran into my boy Ken. I knew him for doing comedy, but we weren't shooting content together. I just knew him out and about. What's up, bro? Small talk. Hey, bro. Good set. I saw him in the gym. He showed me like a sketch he was doing. Excuse me. A web series he was doing. I said, "Oh, I didn't know you shot content too." Yeah, man. I just started doing this content. I said, "Bro, me too. We should shoot together. We should do something." And now he was my first cameraman.
Oh my God.
And I was his first cameraman.
I love that.
Yeah. So, and that's how, and selflessness. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times
God.
people, it's weird. It's something so simple. I promise you, we became successful because we were selfless. We didn't, unless he was engaged and everything, getting ready to be married. So, and he was driving Lyft. He was hustling. So unless he was busy, I really couldn't do it. He was there. If I called him, "Hey, can you shoot tomorrow? Can you shoot tomorrow? Can you shoot today?
Yeah.
You available in 4 hours? Yeah, cool. All right, bro, I'm driving. I'm in Hollywood. I'm in Encino right now. Okay, never mind. Let me call somebody else. I didn't have nobody else at the time. Then I ran to Troy. You know what I'm saying? Then
Troy
I met
in LA.
Minx.
Shout out to Troy.
Shout out to Troy in LA. And the same thing. We both were filmmakers, and no one knew how to use the cameras. I had a camera, and everybody was using phones.
Yeah.
And so, me and him both shot on cameras. His camera guy got busy and couldn't shoot with him, couldn't shoot for him anymore because he had got hired to do a movie.
Okay.
So now Troy's stuck without no cameraman. And I have a camera, but I'm stuck without a cameraman too. Especially if I'm in the front of the camera. Because I started behind the camera. For years, I was shooting everybody's content, shooting your short film, shooting your music video, shooting your sketch. And in 2017 is when I was like, okay, let me get in front of the camera and do it myself.
Purpose.
And which means now I got to find a camera guy to shoot me. And that was hard to come by until I met Ken, blessing. I met Troy, super blessing, because now I got 2 guys. If he's not available, I can call him. And 9.9 times out of 10, when I called them, they were like, yeah, I got you. I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and I don't have no money to pay them. So and it's a blessing because they did the same thing. They had their own pages. So you pay them in time and effort. They pay you in time and effort.
Love
you know
that.
what I'm saying? So, and that's, I noticed a lot of the homies, even people outside that crew that I have, I'm still cool with a lot of people. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't have that. They didn't have that patience to do that for their people. I see 2 or 3 guys hanging out, being funny, and shooting occasionally. I say, bro, y'all should do the same thing we did. But a lot of times, dudes don't have the love enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna come shoot for you.
Right, put your ego to the side.
Put your ego to the side. Even if you bored, like when it's time to shoot for you, you eager. You got all your scripts ready and everything. But when it's time to shoot for them, you get busy. Like, I gotta edit, man. I gotta, bruh.
Or the energy is like low.
And you lack, and they're not in focus. The camera angle ain't as dope as it was when they were shooting for you.
Right.
And they feel some type of way. Now you don't even feel like calling that person no more.
Yeah.
And now it's like, now y'all not working as fast and you're not as productive as y'all could be. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna shoot for you. I'm gonna try to shoot for you better than you shoot for me.
Yeah. You know what's the quote to say? If you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. If you want to go somewhere far, go together. Yeah. I feel like that's totally
big facts.
Like what you do.
Big facts.
And I hear the selflessness in your team. What would you say are like the aspects you look out for if you're getting a new team player or you're adding to your crew or even your close circle, like your friends? What do you look for in people?
Humility.
Oh.
Nah, for real. And just the people who talk about how dope they are usually ain't that dope, and I promise you. I promise you. And not saying that they're not dope at all, but they're usually delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And somebody, and that kind of, I'm very selective of who I shoot with, who I bring to my house or bring around other people, because the people around you or your friends are a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? But like, as long as it's not a situation where they're making the set terrible and uncomfortable. So humility and selflessness. If you're not willing to be a little uncomfortable for the homie, then we can't be really that close.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be a little uncomfortable. If I gotta wake up, I'm married now, but like if you call me at 3:00 in the morning and you stand stranded somewhere, I'm coming to get you.
I know that's.
It's happened before. It's something like, hey, bro, man, I got 2 flats, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? Or on my car, one of my homeboys, he's the truck driver. Craig, matter of fact, he was driving his truck for like a month, and he had the heat, and he was coming back home, and his truck was in the parking lot, but they had it locked up.
Oh no!
They had it bolted up, like it was a parking lot that was not open. It was supposed to be open,
and
he couldn't get home. But he has to drive. He has to leave the truck here, and now he's in Riverside. He's like an hour and some change away.
Oh
he called me.
God.
He know I'm a night owl. Because me and him be usually out and about doing comedy.
Wow.
But this particular night, I was asleep. I was done. He called me. What's up, boy? Hey, man. All his homies got regular jobs.
Yeah.
Like other homies, too. But me and him, he knows my schedule. Yeah. I got up and drove out to go get him.
I know that's right.
But also I've had homies, he would do that for me, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. And so, not like, hey, man, I'm caught up with a little chick right now. I can't do it.
Yeah.
He gonna probably like, if it's an emergency, if he tell me that, I'm like, you know what, let me try to call somebody else. But if I have to, he gonna be like, hey, sweetheart, I gotta dip out.
Yeah.
And if a girl I was with did that for her homegirl, I would understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the sacrifice. So if you're not willing to sacrifice for the homies, then you probably not the one that I'm gonna be hanging out with too much.
You're so loving.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Speaking of, you're newly married. I am so freaking happy for you. Like,
oh, man.
How do you feel like life is now that, you guys are sharing this love? I feel like she's also a new part of your team too.
Facts.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I feel great about it. Honestly, I spent a lot of years being single, running around. You know what I'm saying?
Jah is like
and so it wasn't tough for me to it was tough for me to invite somebody into my life seriously to where like I had to pay attention to her. I had to like.
Yes.
So I'll talk about the initial cons first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's easy. Those are quick. There's
Okay.
only a few of them.
Okay.
And that's just like not having to worry about telling your girl where you at. If I'm single, and even when me and her were dating, she lived in a different house. She lived away. She lived an hour away from me. So when she was going to sleep, she was telling me good night and then good night. Now I'm out doing my thing.
Yeah.
At the comedy club, doing comedy, whatever, shooting or whatever. But now we moved in together. Before we got married, we moved in together, and now it's different. Now I'm leaving her at the house. So now it's like, if you're not coming home, like let me know. I'll tell you. She's super easy to get along with.
Yeah.
She's not a nagger at all.
Yeah.
She just wants communication. So and I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to having. I did okay with it. I wasn't used to having to tell it's 12:30. I know I said I'd be home by like midnight, but shit, I'm still out and about doing my thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'd be 2:00 now. I ain't called her. So she's a worrier. She's like, oh, make sure something didn't happen to you and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
she's accountable for you.
Yeah. So I'm still out. Okay, I was just calling me, let me know that you out. It's that situation. It's so not like on some check-in shit because that's not my energy. It's my but it is a check-in.
Yeah,
for her peace
because
of
if
mind.
if something goes wrong, her family or your family is gonna be like, well, when was the last time you talked to him?
Right,
right. They are
Facts.
family now.
Exactly. And I know my sisters. If I was missing and she didn't know where I was at,
They'll be
they
looking
be
at
on her
her
head.
crazy.
And my brothers are more like, hey, little sis. Now my sister's like, hey sis, how you doing? Well, make sure you're doing your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as a girlfriend is concerned. Now, she's a helpmate for sure. Like she definitely, I hate paperwork. She loves it. You know what I'm saying? She's a researcher and shit. So a lot of things I did on my own, she does now, like my flights and stuff like that.
I know that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's why
You got a
Yeah,
teammate.
and she likes doing that. All right, so you have option 12:30, or you can leave at 2, or if you want to wait till later on the night, you can leave at 8. I'm like, okay, I got my own options.
So cute.
Yeah, she loves that type of stuff. So and she's just very supportive of what I do, and she's secure. You know what I'm saying? Shooting with you is not easy if you have a girlfriend, and I'm sure you have that. You shot with guys before, and they have girls.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so shooting with Ayana the artist ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? When you have a lady,
gorgeous. She's
but
flawless.
right. But when you have a woman like mine, it's okay because.
But you know what? Even just you saying she gives me these flight options, I was about to say that really speaks so much about you.
Amen.
That you are secure in her because it's a pleasure for me to do that for my man because I can live my soft life. I can cater to him and add to him. But the man has to provide that security that you guys are locked in. You guys are good. You guys are secure in every way. And she wants to do that. She wants to be not in any lower term or anything, but your assistant in a sense. Like I love to assist my man in all that he does. And I'm still a powerful woman on my own. But I love to assist him and just be an addition to everything.
Amen.
Nah, for real.
Amen.
And she wasn't always like that. Like I didn't know her in her last relationship, but I know her previous relationship. She's a daddy's girl, so she acts like her dad.
Yeah.
So she's not hard at all, but not with me. But before she was a lot stern. She was more independent and within the relationship, and that's kind of weird when you in a deep relationship and you're independent. Like she didn't allow him to do much.
You know what's crazy is that's a perfect synergy for you though, because I feel like Sages, like they do typically have commitment issues, and it takes a long time for you guys to finally lock in. But I think that the reason why is because you're so lovable, and so when you do finally pour all of your love and energy and attention into a person, like it's gonna be an overload. You know, it's gonna be a lot of love.
Right.
So I think you're just maybe highly selective, and having a woman like that who can thrive on her own without needing to be so like needy and codependent on you, it helps you to continue to be like the big boss that you are. So
She was doing better than me when I met her. I was broke.
And it
she
speaks
wasn't.
on you because once again, like me, before I met my man who I'm with now, like I wasn't like this with any other man. I wasn't like, assist for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got my own stuff over here. Like,
Right.
But like the right partner, like that just speaks so much on you guys' relationship because it's like you really want to be there for each other.
For sure.
Congratulations.
And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
After beating me down with the questions about the keeping gives, keeping throwaways. But no, we good. We smoothed out. But thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man. She's dope. So I waited a long time to get into a relationship like this because I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I was out there, so I was okay being out there. I didn't want to not be out there no more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I need to find somebody that I can be home with and chill with and not have to worry about, not be thinking about elsewhere, especially doing what I do.
Yes.
Like I'm comfortable. I'm cool. I love my wife.
Yes.
And we dope.
Y'all look so cute. Y'all vacation pictures. I'm like, look at y'all. I love.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh my God. So adorable.
That's
Do you guys want one day, whenever you guys are ready, do you want like to add another little team member? Like a little baby?
Children, kids, yeah, we do. For sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Working on it. We're gonna see. We're working on it.
Little chicken nuggets.
Little chicken nuggets, hilarious. little Jaws and Tanya's running around.
So cute.
Yeah, that's the goal. So yeah, I definitely want kids for sure.
Oh my God, I love this. Okay, so let us know what else you have coming up. Like, where can we check you out? Like, if there's something that we have that we can look forward to. Like, what's going on?
Okay, so I got a few things going. I'm writing a feature. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about. It's already written. The first draft is written. Shout out to Ken Edwin. Me and my brother Ken are writing that film. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be funny as hell.
I'm so proud of you. Come on, feature.
It's
just getting bigger and bigger.
Yes. It's time, man. So that's the goal because we've been doing this for a while.
Amen.
And we, as far as like the social media sketches and that's great. But in some people, that's their end all be all. That they just want to keep doing this and stay popping online, and that's cool too. But my goal, my overall goal has always been filmmaking.
Amen.
TV shows and get my Issa Rae on.
Yes,
Put to be
director.
on or Donald Glover on.
Yeah.
So that's my aspirations is to be at that level. And doing my thing that way and bringing the people who helped me get to where I'm at now.
Period.
There too. You know what I'm saying? So, Keenan, hence why I can't get rid of a Keenan Ivory Wayans film. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Robert Townsend film. Like these guys you seen Keenan or like the Judd Apatow's and Seth Rogen's. You see from their first films to like now, they still got the same people.
They put people on.
They might add a few other people, but like Keenan Ivory Wayans put on Jim Carrey, his little brother, his whole family, David Allen Greer, Tommy Davis, and Jamie Foxx. Like he put on so many different people.
Team building.
And I've watched that growing up, and that's what I want to do. So, so as long as you will have me, I'm gonna keep calling you. You know what I'm saying?
Call me anytime.
And if you're busy and if you get too big, I understand. We had our time, and we gonna still hopefully we still always gonna be good.
I'll never be too big for you. Are you serious?
Man. You might. Hey, shit. Yeah, I see it. Hey, I be watching shit. I'm like, Ayana, she popping up. She popping up and shit. Yeah. Man. I love it. I be getting excited. I get excited. Because I'm the same way. I don't always discuss on things that I book and shoot and outside of my content. So people be like, hey, man, I didn't know you was in this.
He's in Bruh. Like,
man,
you're in some cool shows. And like, what? It's like your credits are getting bigger and bigger too.
Yeah, get there. You too.
I'm so
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. So, this is that. The film, I do plan on doing maybe another season of Lesbian Homie.
Okay.
Yeah, and
season 3?
Season 3 possibly. Yeah. Most likely.
Okay.
Only way it doesn't happen is if I can't get everybody because that was a big cast.
That's a big show.
You know what I'm saying? And if we write it now and you in it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you in that if you're available.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm available.
Okay, so but now we that and then I got a few things going. Hopefully I got season 2 could be on a streaming platform soon.
I'm so proud of you.
That's in the works too. So yeah, man, we just slowly but surely trying to get the career to the next level.
It's already moving. Where can we check you out? Where can we see all of your beautiful content?
Man, all platforms as far as Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, IG, Bigg Jah, 2 G's, BIGGJAH.
To the max.
To the
I always
max.
wanted to say that.
Yes. And yep, all that.
Okay, and you guys can also get his merch on his website too.
BiggJah.com.
It's amazing. Hoodies, tees, like he has all of the dope merch.
To the max.
And he wears it on all his content, so check him out, you guys.
Absolutely.
We are so happy to have had you on this journey with us. I am your host, Ayana the Artist.
And I'm your host, Erin.
And we are signing off. We will see y'all next time.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Love Is Podcast. We appreciate you so much.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share.